recording now.
Okay, hi everyone. So my name is John Mile. I work on the corporate One Commercial Partner team here at Microsoft, and my focus and really passion is on driving programs specifically designed to activate and accelerate business development for our breadth or kind of unmanaged partner ecosystem. And one of the ways to really achieve that is through engagement with our teams of teleprogrammatic experts, and that's where the Cloud Enablement Desk comes in. So the Cloud Enablement Desk-led engagement is sort of the name of the program, but the Cloud Enablement Desk is the name of the delivery team. And that brings us to our topic for today. So, thanks for the introduction, Keisha. I'm looking forward to talking with this group. If you guys have questions, this is a small enough group that I think you can probably ask them to me, and I'll try to get to them as we go along, or we can always wait until the end. Either way works for me. So before we dive into the details, let's ground ourselves relative to where this motion fits in context of the overall Microsoft partner engagement model. So at a super high level, we have managed partners. So these are partners who are assigned a PDM, that's a partner development manager at the top of this pyramid. And then we have digital self-serve experiences at the bottom. If you haven't checked out our digital self-serve experiences, those are the guided experiences we have on partner.microsoft.com. I highly suggest you take a look. They're new and really a great improvement over what we've had in the past. But what do we have in between? If you haven't been picked up as for PDM, Partner Development Manager Management, but you're committed to building a repeatable, scalable cloud solution, and you're really a high potential partner, that's where the Cloud Enablement Desk comes in. I'll get into the details of how you can qualify and enter into the program a little bit later, but this gives you an idea on the sweet spot. So we're looking for high potential partners really ready to accelerate their Microsoft business growth. So the question I always get is, okay, so interesting, but what services exactly do you receive when engaged with the Cloud Enablement Desk? So first off, you'll be assigned a single point of contact. This is have the option to connect with deep technical or marketing specialists along the way. Those will be through warm handoffs facilitated by your cloud program specialist. You will also receive guidance on how to achieve a silver or gold competency, explanation and utilization walkthroughs for all the benefits that come along with any of our programmatic offers, and your specialist that you're engaged with can also onboard you to marketplaces and help you set up and optimize your referral engine profile. So this includes regular check-ins to make sure that the leads that are being shared with you, you're actually actioning on them and that they're relevant to your business. As an additional benefit, partners in the program can engage with partner technical consultants. So these are 300 to 400 level Microsoft product experts for deep technical readiness, pre-sales assistance, deployment support. They'll build a customized technical learning plan for you and all of that. All of that's you can utilize those resources without using your advisory hours. And that's an important distinction because normally a partner that's participating in the Microsoft Partner Network, they get access to a certain amount of advisory hours based on what tier of program level they're at, whether they're a silver competency partner, gold competency partner, et cetera. They get a finite amount of hours per year that they can use to essentially spend on those partner technical consultants. But as part of this engagement, you get unlimited access to those best technical resources that we offer at Microsoft. We find that that's really a huge benefit to our partners, and I would highly suggest that you engage with these resources as part of your program engagement. So which partners qualify for this valuable service? Partners, you have to just be a non-managed partner, and you have to have an MPN ID, which takes about 5 minutes to sign up for, no cost. And you have to be actively building a repeatable, scalable cloud solution on Microsoft platform. That's really it. So it's not a super high bar. There's no cost associated with it. To engage with the partner technical consultants that I mentioned earlier, you have to have purchased at least an Action Pack subscription. So that's sort of to unlock. You can get basically everything I talked about for free, but to really engage with those 300 to 400 level technical resources, you just have to purchase an Action Pack subscription. That's $500 for a 12-month subscription, and that comes with a ton of benefits and internal use right, product subscriptions and things like that, Azure credits by itself. And on top of that, you get the unlimited access to the partner technical consultants. And, if you keep in mind that those partner technical consultants bill out at about $120 an hour, you use them about 3 times, 3-hour-long consulting sessions, and you've essentially paid for that already. So there's a lot of good benefits here. And then moving over to the right hand of the slide, the other service we provide is helping partners onboard to co-sell ready status. So during this component of the engagement, your Cloud Enablement Desk specialist will guide you through the requirements, tools, processes, and everything needed to become co-sell ready. All of the individual services are listed there on the slide, and there's a lot of acronyms on there and stuff. The point is, you don't necessarily, as a partner engaging with the Cloud Enablement Desk, you don't necessarily need to come into this knowing all the steps required to become co-sell ready. Your Cloud Enablement Desk specialist will walk you through everything, help you decode what all those acronyms on the slide mean, and help you get it set up and all the tools and processes. At the end of the process, the goal is that you'll be set up and ready to actively share and accept opportunities with our Microsoft sales teams through our Microsoft tools. And to qualify for that service, you just have to be interested in becoming a co-sell ready partner and moving along your way in that direction. One of the requirements to become co-sell ready is to have a gold competency. So if you have that already, then you're well on your way to becoming co-sell partner. If you don't have a gold cloud competency yet, the Cloud Enablement Desk can help you achieve that competency, and then once you get that, help you get into the co-sell program. So for either of these two options, the Cloud Enablement Desk specialist that you engage with will engage for up to 9 months. We mandate that you meet at least once per month to drive towards the agreed upon goals of the program. That's a very bare minimum, though. If you want to engage every week or every other week with your cloud program specialist, you can absolutely do that. After you initiate the kickoff call with this person, you'll have their email address, they'll have your email address, and you can collaborate over email, you can have your weekly calls or whatever you want. It's really up to you how much you engage with the resources, and I think the more you engage, the more you get out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna shift now to focus a little bit on that second component, which is the co-sell ready piece. I won't clear this entire slide because there's a lot of good co-sell resources you can go and self-serve. But at a really high level, the first thing you have to do to become co-sell ready, there are 6 steps, and the first one is really attaining a gold cloud competency. And remember, the Cloud Enablement Desk can help you attain that competency. Then there's a series of templates and documents that we require that you fill out so that we can understand your solution that you're intending to co-sell with. And your Cloud Enablement Desk specialist will provide those templates and help you fill out the documents and then make sure that you're posting them in the right locations. Then we'll identify the sales contacts within your organization that you need to get up officially set up in the co-sell tools, and then we'll walk you through the whole process to ensure you don't get lost along the way. There's a lot of opportunity in co-selling, so we'll make sure that you're set up correctly and ready to optimize your co-selling opportunity. And if you went to Inspire or you've heard any of the talks that Satya or Gabriella, who leads the partner organization here, have given, they always talk about co-sell. It's a really sort of marquee component of our Microsoft program, and it really is our differentiator between what we do and what the Amazons and the Googles of the world do. And so the Cloud Enablement Desk being able to help you get to that level is a really cool benefit and really can help you differentiate yourself in the marketplace. So the last view here is really just an overview of what we've, other slide. Let's talk about how to get started. So there's a short URL on this slide, which is the aka.ms/ced nominate. If you go to there, if you go to that site, and you can do that right now while we're on the call, there's a short form for you to fill out. There's only 6 fields. It'd take you about 2 to 3 minutes to fill out. Once you submit that form, the Cloud Enablement Desk specialist will reach out to you to initiate engagement within 3 to 5 business days. So if you do this right now, you'll be done with it before we're even off this call here. I promise it's that easy. So I would suggest you act quickly as well. We do have limited capacity by each of our geographic areas for the numbers of partners that we can support. So once your capacity fills up in that area, we close down the nominations, and you'll have to wait it's hard to tell, but you may have to wait a month, you may have to wait 3 months for other partners to cycle out of the program before a slot opens up for you to take advantage of. So I highly suggest you go do that now. If you're not quite ready to engage with the Cloud Enablement Desk and you're not quite ready for the different services that we mentioned, then you can always go to partner.microsoft.com for our range of great self-serve resources that we have. The last slide I have here is really just an overview of the stuff we've already talked about and kind of a takeaway. There's some scenarios on the right hand of the slide. I'm not going to go through all of this. You guys will be able to view this. It'll be posted on the Microsoft Partner Communities once we're done here. But there's a bunch of good stuff here. There's some interesting scenarios on the right that help you get a sense for the types of things that the Cloud Enablement Desk can help you with. And then there's the eligibility stuff on the left, as well as that link for you to self-nominate your business or your organization. Okay, so I know this is an Ask Me Anything, not Listen to John Talk session. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to stop. This is really the end of my presentation. So I'll open it up for questions now. Please let me know any questions you have around this, and I'd be happy to answer.
Hey, John, it's Keisha again. So just to get us started, can we start with the questions that Pierre posted on Microsoft Partner Community?
Yes, let me go to those real quick.
Great. And I have them pulled up so I can pitch them to you as well.
Yeah, I've got them here. So
Okay,
first questions were good. I thought they're really more general questions around cloud opportunity and stuff like that and less specific to this program. So I can give my insights on that, of course. But if you guys have questions around the program specifically, then, make sure to ask those as well. So, the first question that Per asked is, where do I see the lowest hanging fruit for partners in the cloud? I think really the opportunity that we have upcoming around the Windows Server SQL Server 2008 end of support, which will be happening in July and I believe August of this upcoming year, is going to be really, really critical as a forcing function for a lot of companies to migrate from on-prem servers that they've been using for a long time into the cloud. So capitalizing on that opportunity and starting to have those conversations right now with your customers around, hey, you've got this old server in your basement that you've been running for the last 10 years. It's about to be not supported anymore. You need to have a plan for what you're going to do. And right now is the perfect time for you to consider moving your workloads into the cloud via Azure. Starting to have that conversation right now and then using those timelines as a forcing function, I think is ultimately where I see the most specific low-hanging fruit as far as cloud opportunity right now. Another question Per had was, what's the most common mistake or misunderstanding that I see out there? And I would say that sometimes, because at Microsoft we have the partner structure where some of our partners are quote unquote managed partners and some of them are unmanaged partners. What I see a lot is I get questions from partners all the time and they say, how do I become a managed partner? I want to become a managed partner, and that's seen as kind of like the nirvana or the end state goal of partnering with Microsoft. And certainly managed partners, get a good service and have a lot of things provided to them. But I don't think that that's the right mindset to have. And ultimately, there's no secret sauce to become a managed partner. There's no secret formula that you have to achieve X amount of Azure consumption and drive X amount of Office seat ads or whatever. It's really that each territory chooses their list of managed partners based on criteria and the priorities that are important to them and the scorecard metrics that they're trying to hit and a whole bunch of different sort of matrixed decisions that they make. And so there's really no way to become a managed partner that's single consistent process. So what I would say is we need to shift the mindset to not how can I become a managed partner, but how can I get the most out of my partnership with Microsoft? And so that difference is really key because ultimately what you're looking for out of your partnership with Microsoft most likely, or at least this is most of our partners say, is they want to sell more, they want to reach more customers, they want to expand their revenue footprint. And we can do that. You can easily do that without being a managed partner. One of the great resources that you can use is our marketplaces, the Cloud Enablement Desk, everything we've been talking about today. This is a really high value service specifically for unmanaged partners. And there's a lot of stuff like this that you can take advantage of. One thing I will say, though, is, and we absolutely acknowledge this as kind of a, just a way that we've done business for a while here at Microsoft, is it's a little bit confusing, or it can be sometimes. There's lots of incentive programs. There's different programmatic offers and the different benefit packages that come along with them. there's incentives, blah, blah, right? There's all this different stuff. And how do you make sure that you know everything that's available to you and that you're making sure that you're maximizing all of the things that you can be taking advantage of to help build your business? That can be a little challenging. And that's where a resource like the Cloud Enablement Desk can come in and be really helpful. You can go in your first conversation with the Cloud Enablement Desk and say, hey, I have an MPN ID. I'm interested in getting a competency at some point down the road, and I really want to, promote this solution that I have running Azure infrastructure services, something like that. And then your Cloud Enablement Desk specialist can say, okay, here's the things you need to do. We need to get you into this marketplace. We need to get you plugged into this program. We need to make sure that you're activating these benefits and participating in this community, right? Like there's a lot of things that you may not be aware of and just realistically don't have time in your day-to-day to go track down and find. And the Cloud Enablement Desk can help you sort of decode and take advantage of all that stuff. Okay. And then the last question that Per had was around digital marketing and if it's true that most partners spend too much time and money essentially on traditional marketing and too little money on digital marketing and sales. I don't know if I'm necessarily the right person to answer that question definitively one way or the other. I can give you my perspective, which is unless you're doing digital marketing really consistently and you're really devoted to it, it can be seen as kind of a waste of money. If you're just dipping your toes in it and you have a little bit of a social media presence and you're doing a single email campaign or something like that, you're probably not going to see the returns that you're looking for. And so it can be frustrating and it can be seen as, not a good use of funds when you could be, doing a call down campaign or something like that, which is more traditional. I think that digital campaigns can be super effective, but you have to have a dedicated mindset and you have to devote the right type of resources to make it really successful. Okay, and then I think there may have been one other question. Or no, I think that was it. Okay, are there any questions from folks on the call?
Doesn't seem like there are any questions. Alrighty then. Well, if there are no questions, if there are any comments or any pieces of feedback, we could receive that at this time. If not, we can go ahead and wrap up the presentation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate the time. I know it's getting close to the holidays, and a lot of people are taking vacations or have that vacation on their mind and trying to get stuff done before they do take vacation. So I really appreciate you all taking the time. If you want to connect with me, feel free to do so via the Microsoft Partner Communities, or you can reach out to me directly on LinkedIn or over email. Happy to engage on this.
Thank you so much, John. We appreciate your time and expertise in the presentation, and this will be posted on the partner community by the end of the business day. Thanks, everybody.
Sounds good. And people, don't forget to nominate yourselves. I know that the reason you're all quiet is because you're filling out that nomination form right now. So, so thanks, everyone, and looking forward to working with you in the future.
Perfect. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.